Man, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy, the real GD, aka Mr. Let's Do It. C-Jax, man, I described him today, man. This man is low-key funny, bro. Like, I don't know, his rants are just hella funny. As a wrestling fan, I love wrestling. C-Jax, I don't agree with everything he says, but most stuff I do agree with. But let's get straight to it, man. Monday Night Raw in Birmingham. Let's do it, C-Jax.
Roman Reigns,
Look at him already trolling.
Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns, Roman Reigns. Let's just keep chanting the same thing for 50 minutes straight. We are bots. We are bots. We are bots. Let's just go ahead and keep on chanting over and over and over again. The opening to this Raw, which again, this Raw as per usual, you already know I'm gonna title it "This Raw is Garbage" Part 32 because this is the 32nd Raw of the year, and yes, it wasn't good. Now on top of this, we also have to open up the show with a massive glaze fest. You guys already know Roman Reigns is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. However, this glaze fest at the beginning of this show, where all we heard was OTC. OTC, Roman Reigns, stand up if you love Roman, stand up if you love Roman, or whatever the chant was, you know what I'm saying, if you love Roman.
All right, look at it. C-Jax, bro, he not lying, bro. I love the European crowds, shit. I love the European crowds, but, bro, we can't even get through promos because y'all stay chanting, bro. Y'all stay chanting over promos, like, important things. Y'all just be chanting shit, bro. Y'all gotta learn when to, like, wind down, bro. Damn.
Stand up if you love Roman. Stand up. Stop. Goodness gracious, man. I know you love the guy. We all love Roman Reigns, or at least most of us do. But this, we can't even get through a promo. And then when we actually got to the promo, because we're jumping right into what happened on this show.
Facts.
Once we actually got into the promo, Roman Reigns said a whole load of nothing. How in the world does Roman Reigns go out there and have nothing to say? He could have actually attacked Seth Rollins on the mic. He could have attacked CM Punk, Paul Heyman, and Brunson Reed. Just straight up buried them on the mic like someone of his caliber should be doing consistently at this point. But instead, he comes out and talks about Dr. Libations. He mentions Seth Rollins, and then he brings up Brunson Reed taking his shoes and how Roman's not the same guy he used to be. I'm like, dude, what is this, man? Why is Roman Reigns not getting on the mic and destroying everybody, bro?
Yeah,
you remember when he was the tribal chief? And he was absolutely just destroying people on the mic and attacking them and actually exposing them. That promo he had on Seth before Mania 40 was iconic. And now you look at this, and all he can say is he opens up the promo. He goes, "I'm not the same guy that I was a few years ago."
You know what? Speaking on that, when he was talking about that, I was like, part of me was like, he better not be talking about his cancer or like retirement. But I don't understand why he was talking about that. Like, I'm not the same guy. I don't get it. What was the reason for that promo?
So, I'm not the same guy, guys. I'm not the same guy anymore. Like, bro, come on, man. And then he brings up how Cody Rhodes predicted it in that promo where Cody said he would be a chief without a tribe. And then when he brings up the fact that Cody predicted it, Cody Rhodes actually gets booed. He gets booed literally when Roman mentions it. And then Roman literally comments on it and goes, interesting. After they start booing Cody Rhodes, you know what I'm saying, for him predicting the stuff, with Roman Reigns. And then they basically start chanting, F you, Rollins. You get what I'm saying? And then he basically says that he has no bloodline and things aren't the same. He says things aren't the same like 3 or 4 times, but never really dives completely into it because I guess it's pretty self-explanatory. And then he brings up Jey Uso being in the Fatal 4-Way and how he's proud of Jey. He loves Jey. He respects Jey. And Jey has a rematch clause so he can fight for the world title again at Clash in Paris. But then this reminds me of something that I've been talking about for a year now. Where is Roman Reigns' rematch clause? He was champion for over 4 years, and he came back.
Roman has been champion for 4 years. He has not had a title match since he lost at WrestleMania 40, bro. It's been a year and a half. He has not had no title rematch, no nothing. What are we doing with Roman? What are we doing with Roman Reigns? Like, bro.
And had to fight with Solo Sikoa for the tribal chief Ulafala. Are you kidding me at this point? Where is Roman Reigns' rematch clause? Gunther gets a rematch clause. Mrs. Take Back a Title that you never lost, gets her rematch clause 80 billion times. You get what I mean?
Yeah,
why in the world is Roman Reigns not getting a rematch clause? Why did Cody Rhodes not get a rematch clause? He had to do a whole King of the Ring tournament just to fight John Cena in a rematch at SummerSlam. None of this makes any sense. It's stupid. And he says the Vision took everything from him, including his shoes. And then Paul Heyman comes out and just bores us to death like he's been doing for months at this point. Paul Heyman being a part of this faction is a disaster. It just is.
Hey.
None of the stuff he's saying is interesting. Nobody cares. And at the end of the day, he has said nothing of value since joining the Vision. It's as simple as he said absolutely nothing of value. You can't name me one memorable, good, or great promo Heyman has cut all year. It's as simple as that. Post WrestleMania, he hasn't done anything, man. And the moral of the story is basically, as Heyman's cutting his promo, the crowd's basically telling him to shut up. You know what I'm saying? They're basically chanting at him and Brunson to shut up, shut the F up, whatever they say. And that's basically it, okay? They just want him to shut up because nobody cares. They chant this every week at them because nobody cares what they have to say, okay? Paul Heyman basically says he still loves Roman. He's still proud of Roman. He still appreciates Roman. You know what I'm saying? Because everything is about love and care and appreciation as per usual. Then after this, Roman Reigns basically is just standing there looking around, seeing that he has no bloodline behind him. Like, you were just teaming with the bloodline at Survivor Series like 9 months ago? They just helped you again at Raw on Netflix at the beginning of the year. It's like, dude, this is easily one of the most filler promos of all time. Like, this is just straight filler. Nothing happened here except for Roman Reigns getting love and adoration from the crowd, and then him saying absolutely nothing, and then Paul Heyman coming out and saying absolutely nothing, and then Bronson Reed basically says that he is the danger. He is Samoan, but he's from a different tribe that was banished to all.
I didn't even know Bronson Reed was really Samoan. Like, I seen the tats, but like I didn't know he was Samoan, bro. So he brought that up, talking about Australia. Is that true? That some Samoans were like, he was talking about like Australia, they got shipped to Australia, something like that, bro.
Australia. He says that his tattoos are earned and Roman Reigns' are basically just bought, and that was actually kind of a decent, interesting, dynamic there that Bronson Reed added in. And then afterwards, they stand at him to shut up again, and then he basically, he says that you don't want me to come into that ring because I will embarrass you and beat you up. Then Roman Reigns says you don't have to come here because I'm gonna go over to you. Roman Reigns then goes and they brawl around. The security guards come out. Roman Reigns is hitting dives on people. He's Superman punching. They're brawling around and all this other stuff, and that's basically how it ends. This is basically the classic, way that these segments end at this point. You already know it's going to end, and you know what? A brawl! Yeah! Like, dude, come on, man. Stop this nonsense. This was a filler segment. I don't know what else to say about it. The fact that Roman Reigns has been so demoted is just embarrassing at this point. When you look at the Tribal Chief run, and you look at what's happened after WrestleMania 40,
Trash.
It's like two unrecognizable people, man.
Trash.
What the heck is happening here? Have him go out and cut great promos, tell stories, grill people. That is what Roman Reigns is here to do. That's what got him, super over as a Tribal Chief. Not sitting back and talking about, oh, you took my shoes. Yeah. What? So, yeah, whatever. This was just embarrassing, bro. This was stupid. And after this, we got Dragon Lee versus JD McDonald.
Jamie McDonald's finishing
this match was actually pretty solid, all right?
Jamie
McDonald's
a chopper, bro.
There was some good in-ring performances
Dragon
from both
Lee,
of them,
bro?
obviously. There was good athleticism. The released German suplexes, the physicality here I thought was great. Really good athleticism, good selling from JD McDonald's. I thought this was a pretty enjoyable match. Obviously, towards the end of it, AJ Styles shows up. His new gimmick now is basically traveling across the world to get back at people that he can't stand, I guess, like he did with LA Knight at Elimination Chamber last year, and now he's doing it again. And, it is what it is. Now, after he brawls with Dominic Mysterio, like on the outside, basically. And then towards the end of the match, Dragon Lee basically gets the W over JD McDonald's. All right. Now, JD does a really good job in this match. Dragon Lee does a really good job in this match. So this was enjoyable. I am getting a little bit tired of seeing AJ Styles and Dominic just keep brawling and brawling and brawling. I'm assuming that obviously AJ Styles is going to take the championship from this dude. And then maybe we might get a program with AJ Styles and John Cena down the line. But at this point, with the way that Cena's retirement run is going, they're going to need to just put that AJ Cena match on a SmackDown now, so we'll see what happens with that. And then we had Penta versus Kofi Kingston.
Why that picture?
Nobody cares about this. I've already gone on a tangent about this last week.
That match was so pointless.
All WWE and Triple Fraud are going to be doing are basically just doing rematches over and over and over again, or having people repeat the same segment. For example, you had Roman Reigns come out and say nothing, like he literally has done before since he's come back as the OTC, and then just end up having a brawl. Then obviously you have a situation like this where New Day as the whole faction, they'll have Grayson Waller fight the same person, then Xavier Woods will fight the same person, then Kofi Kingston will fight the same person.
Facts.
It's the same thing. Just like Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss in the build at the SummerSlam, it was Raquel and Roxanne just fought Alexa and Charlotte in back-to-back weeks. Raquel versus Charlotte, Raquel versus Alexa, Roxanne versus Charlotte, Roxanne versus Alexa.
He's not lying,
then you get the
bro.
tag match. It's not creative, it's stupid, it's repetitive, and it's lazy booking. You mean to tell me that the maximum amount of quality and the maximum amount of creativity and ingenuity that you can have with this booking is basically to have the same people fight the same people for 4 weeks and then have a match at a PLE that's largely predictable and meaningless and boring, and then you just repeat the process with a different group? It's the same thing. This is stupid, man. So yes, Kofi Kingston versus Penta is an okay match, but it's forgettable, and I basically tuned out. I'm not even watching the entirety of it, so I don't really care. All right, and then we get another backstage segment with Rhea Ripley, Rihanna Ripley, and Io Sky. They basically are backstage, and you guys guessed it. Guess what Rhea and Io have for each other? They have respect. Yeah, respect. They have respect for each other. They care for one another. They love one another, and they're proud of one another. That is all these segments are. And guess who's in the background? Asuka and Kairi Sane. They're upset about Rhea Ripley and Io Sky being friends, just like Alexa Bliss and Charlotte are trying to be friends. Yay! Like, what is this third grade writing? What is this? No. I love Rhea. I love you, Io. I love you, Rhea. I love you, Rhea.
All right. Do we agree? I know he's ranting right now. Do we agree, like, on that's true? Like, do we think the writing has been, like, very lazy, like he said, at third grade writing, like friends, and like I don't know. Y'all let me know. What do y'all think about it? Is C-Jax tripping?
Dude, what are we doing at this point, man? What is this, kid? This is literally like elementary school booking. What is this, bro? Now Rhea Ripley and Io, they've said this a billion times. They respect and love each other. And Io basically says, I don't think I can help you anymore, Rhea, because my family, Kairi Sane and Asuka, they're not happy with this. And now I must go. Then they give each other a hug. Kairi Sane and Asuka are upset in the distance, and then we move on. I'm done. Let's just move on. Let's just move on because we still have to get to the Rhea match that's going to happen. Oh, my gosh, dude. Rhea Ripley versus Roxanne Perez. Just wait for that match. And next, we had a promo with Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch.
Before he starts going off on Becky, I'm so glad Nikki interrupted Becky. That whoever's writing this shit, bro, ridiculous, bro. I was literally like this, in my chair like this, watching just like this. Because what is Becky Lynch talking about half the time, bro? Like, shout out to Becky. Becky's one of the best to ever do it, but the people that write this shit is...
It's okay. Becky Lynch basically comes out there and says her spiel for like 10 seconds before Nikki Bella then comes out. Nikki Bella basically says, if you're not a dog, you know what I'm saying, then why are you acting like a B word, obviously, okay? After that takes place, she basically gets in the ring and they cut their promo together. Becky Lynch says that no matter what Nikki Bella has accomplished, and Nikki Bella brings up how she paved the way for Becky to do what she's done in her entire career, which is a good point. Becky Lynch basically said she doesn't care. Then Nikki Bella then fires back and basically says that all Becky Lynch is a scared little kid, you know what I'm saying, who was still back in the corner of Charlotte Flair like her little sidekick back in the day. And so that was a nice little line. Becky Lynch then says that, that it doesn't matter because she's no one's sidekick. And then Nikki Bella says that, you know, the fans that you bash, they made you relevant. I am making you relevant. And now you're just desperate. And then the whole crowd chants, Becky's desperate and all this stuff like that. And then Becky Lynch basically says, I'm not a coward, and you will get your match at Clash in Paris, okay? So they're going to fight for the IC title at Clash in Paris. At the end of the day, no one really cares about this match if we're being 100% honest with ourselves. But at the end of the day, I mean, it's going to happen. I mean, who really cares? I mean, this storyline, the promo they had like from a few weeks ago where Becky Lynch did the whole "you can't see me" line was cool. This promo was solid on Nikki Bella's, and I don't know what Becky Lynch was talking about. She was just saying random stuff. And then she brought up the passing of Ozzy Osbourne. I was like, dude, what are we doing at this point, man? It was just very, very odd. I don't like what Becky's doing the last couple weeks as champ. It's just very repetitive and very boring. Like, even the line where she's like, Sports Illustrated calls me the GOAT too. Like, dude, stop. Relax yourself. We then move on and we get Rhea versus Rhea versus Roxanne Perez. I get confused because we get 15 rematches every show, so it's, you know, it's hard to get in front of it, you know what I mean? Now, Rhea Ripley basically goes out there, she fights Roxanne Perez. I find it very interesting that when Io Sky is in a match and people are getting involved on the outside, she randomly gets distracted and gets rolled up. But when Raquel Rodriguez tries to interfere in the match, Rhea Ripley overcomes it all, hits the riptide side on Roxanne and pins her clean right in
Crazy.
the middle of the ring.
Crazy.
You see how
2v1.
how much favoritism is in the booking for Rhea Ripley?
2v1.
It's like everything that everyone else struggles with, she just does in
Bro, Raquel Rodriguez is one of the biggest on the roster. And shout out to Rhea Ripley. I'm not hating on Rhea Ripley. Like, I actually enjoy Rhea Ripley on WWE, bro. Shout out to her, bro. But Raquel's one of the biggest on the roster, bro. This woman's like 6 foot, bro. How is she just getting bodied by Rhea and Roxanne just getting taken? How is Rhea 2v1ing them, bro? Like, honestly, so when Raquel returned to help Liv Morgan win at Bad Blood, if WWE actually wrote Raquel to be a strong bodyguard for her, do you know how, bro, Raquel would be running as a heel right now, bro. Running that shit, bro. But what they made her so weak, bro. They make Raquel so weak. Like, that was a time to push Raquel and have different, like, oh my gosh, bro. Like, how does it trip? I don't know, bro.
2 seconds. It's like at Night of Champions when she literally beat the crap out of.
And the thing is, Raquel can cut great promos too, bro. Ah, gosh.
Raquel beat the crap out of Roxanne and then pinned Raquel by slamming her through a table. Like it's just, dude, it's absolutely ridiculous at this point, man. The favoritism in her booking. The match is forgettable. Nobody cares. Michael Cole literally said before the match, we've seen this 3 or 4 times in the singles matches between these 2 competitors. So it's not like there's nothing special about any of this stuff. It's just repetitive matches that are on repeat every single week. It's the same stuff. After the match, they brawl with Raquel and Roxanne. Then Io, who was just talking about not being able to help Rhea Ripley because she didn't want to upset Asuka and Kairi Sane. Then she comes out to help Rhea Ripley and they hug and do the little dance that Io Sky does with her. She's pointing her fingers, and that's basically it. Nothing matters on these shows. Every single segment is either contradicted by what happens next or contradicted by what happens next week or at the next show. By the next show, I mean the next PLE, the next pay-per-view, right? That's all that this is. So none of these segments matter. None of them carry any weight, and none of these matches are even good in the first place. So it's like, what are we even doing? We then got AJ Styles, who is, I think, in his 50s at this point, is fighting Finn Balor in his 40s. We've seen this singles match multiple times this year. There's nothing to speak of. AJ Styles gets the win. Let's go ahead and move on.
Yeah,
Finn Balor, takes another pin yet again. Then backstage, Adam Pearce basically reveals that Stephanie Vaquer will have her official opponent for the World Championship settled by next week on Raw. He'll tell her who it is and when the match is taking place and all of that stuff. I don't know how we can already have someone randomly picked. Shouldn't there be like some type of tournament to decide who gets the fight for the most prestigious title on the brand? But I guess not. Nothing makes any sense, so we can just move on from this, I suppose. After this takes place, we then have a backstage segment where it's also confirmed that Dominic Mysterio will fight AJ Styles for the Intercontinental Championship next Monday on Raw in France. Not at the actual PLE clash in Paris, but we're going to do it at Raw. Let's not give AJ Styles, who's on his way out the door probably next year, the year after, he's going to retire soon. Let's not give him a big moment on a big Paris, PLE in France, giving him a massive moment that will be remembered forever. Let's just have it happen on a random Raw after the show. No one will care. The match will probably be 10 minutes, and maybe we'll let AJ Styles win if we feel like it. That is the effort that Triple H, who when they went to Gorilla, during LA Knight and Braun Breaker's brawl before the match, I don't even think Triple H was even backstage yet again. So it's like, dude, this is just some of the dumbest stuff ever. There's no effort put into any of this. There's zero respect. As much as they talk about respect on this show, they say it a billion times, there's zero respect to legends. AJ Styles is actually sitting here, and he can't even get a PLE Intercontinental Championship match despite being on the show every week. But Nikki Bella and Becky Lynch, who have had one segment, they get a match. Rusev and Sheamus have been brawling for weeks and weeks. They get a match. But AJ Styles and Dominic for an actual championship can't get anything at a France PLE? You know how they reacted to AJ Styles last year in France with Cody Rhodes. It's like, dude, I have no words left for this, man. This is just stupid at this point. We then move on yet again. And I'm pretty sure now, we had a backstage segment with Roman and Jey Uso where Roman Reigns finally gives Jey some advice. He didn't do it at Mania, you know what I'm saying, when Jey was having the biggest match of his career, but he'll do it for a meaningless fatal 4-way that Jey Uso's probably going to lose. Roman Reigns basically tells Jey Uso to seize the moment and make our bloodline, make our family proud, and do it for yourself. You get what I'm saying? Do it for you. You're the champion. Bring it back to your household and do what you do best. Roman then Superman punches Bronson Reed backstage, and then LA Knight and Braun Breaker brawl, and then the match starts. I didn't even watch this match besides the last minute of it because we already know how this stuff is going to end. It's basically going to be a situation where at the end of the show, the Vision will come out, and then you'll either have a collection of Punk, Sammy, Braun, Penta, or what's it called, or LA Knight will come out and brawl with the faction, and that's how the show ends.
3 weeks
and that's
straight,
exactly how it ended here. They brawl with the Vision, everyone comes out, and then Jey Uso stands tall while the Vision sits on the ramp, and Seth Rollins acts like he's some big architect and some genius for the faces fighting each other, you know what I'm saying, before this fatal 4-way. And the crazy thing is, LA Knight got pinned by Braun Breaker. You get what I'm saying? He got pinned by Braun Breaker literally 6 days before a world championship match. They do Triple H cannot stand LA Knight, bro. It's so obvious at this point. LA Knight gets no favorable booking. He's extremely talented and super over, and this dude gets absolutely nothing but get pinned and pinned and pinned. Imagine getting pinned 6 days before your championship match at the PLE. That is so embarrassing and just disrespectful, bro. But that's how the show ended. CM Punk and LA Knight push each other. They brawl for a second. Jey Uso then super kicks CM Punk after CM Punk, shoved LA Knight into a super kick. Jey Uso stands tall and yeets to end the show, and that's basically it. This Raw was complete and utter garbage, okay? This is the same stuff we get
his rants be like, I don't know if they're biased. He has valid points, though. She-Jax be having valid points. But I'm not going to lie. Usually before pay-per-views, like, you should be, like, the Raw before a pay-per-view should be feeling like, oh, I'm so excited and, like, I'm ready for the pay-per-view. I'm not going to lie. This Monday Night Raw, I had no feeling like that whatsoever. Like, bro, I didn't even, like, this Raw made me forget that Clash was on Sunday, bro. Straight up, bro. Like, nothing was Nikki. How is Rusev and Sheamus on the card and AJ Styles and Dominic Mysterio on the card? How is Nikki Bella, bro? This is my own lie. This Monday Night Raw was not it, bro. I did not feel like a PLE was going to be on Sunday. I'm not
every single week. It's the same repetitive nonsense, the same repetitive formula, the same matches, the same segments, the same promos, the same storylines that don't develop, and if they do develop, it's not interesting anyway, so nobody cares. This is a failure. This product sucks, and this is exactly why Raw's ratings will continue to decline, and fans will continue to tune out, and once you start charging $30 plus a month on ESPN to watch a stupid PLE with 4 matches every month, people are going to officially give up on this product if they haven't already. So this Raw gets a solid 2 out of 10 in my opinion. Complete garbage, and it is what it is. It's the 32nd time this has happened this year, and it just has to be this way. You know, they have to keep it moving. Thank you guys for watching. Have a phenomenal day.
Hey, shout out to CJ. Shout out to y'all, man. Hey, let me know what y'all think about the Monday Night Raw in Birmingham. Was it good or was it bad? Is he overreacting? Let me know. And Clash in Paris, what do we think about that match card? Because I ain't gonna lie, that shit. Let me know. Until next time, though. Until next time.